Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today guys we have a spur of the moment video because I can't believe I'm about to say this, but LR Majin Vegeta is coming to the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Holy crap guys, holy crap. I can't, like I said, I can't believe those are words coming out of my mouth, and I'm not just like, it's not a speculation video, it's not a small discussion video of what I want to see come to Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle. It is actually happening. It was just leaked thanks to Hadosama7. I'll leave his Twitter down in the description below. You guys can go check it out in case you guys want to. As well as a big shout out to the subreddit because I will be using them as a solid source for the translations. This is awesome, guys. This is incredibly awesome. Now, there are a couple of drawbacks to this card, which we'll talk about in just a second. But he does appear to be pullable, so he's probably going to be something like the LR Gohan. Rip. So with him, and the reason why everyone is assuming it's going to be something like LR Gohan is because the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman is getting a Dokkan Awaken as well as the physical Super Saiyan Vegeta. So let's just go ahead before we get to those two units. We'll talk about those in a second. Let's just talk about this unit for a second. So he is AGL. He is Extreme AGL, and of course he goes through his entire steps of awakening from a normal SSR. So let's just talk about that for a second. Okay, yes, okay. So he will Dokkan Awaken into a TUR by using 7 of the Majin Vegeta medals from the actual event, from the Heroes and Villains Extermination event, and then from there to Dokkan Awaken him into an LR card, you will need 21 Omega Shinron, 21 Goku Black, 21 Vegito Blue, 21 Rose, and 21 Trunks medals. So actually, he's a fairly easy Dokkan Awaken as far as that goes. It's just the pulling him part is going to be absolutely intense. So now then, we've talked about how you get him all the way to UR. Let's go ahead and let's discuss this card in more detail, guys. Woo, man. Okay. So he is very similar to the LR Gohan because he's pretty much that in between a 120% lead and a 70% lead, right? So he is leader skill Ki plus 3, HP, attack, and defense 90% up to all AGL types. So if you get him, you can kind of run him instead of Vegeta or instead of Super 17, and you give your boost to Rose and to Super Vegito and to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and all of them evenly. Passive skill is attack plus 150% up when launching a super attack, which is pretty awesome, actually, especially given the fact that obviously he is an LR, so he will have different animations. I believe his first super attack, again, this is literally like hot off the press, baby, hot off the press. But his first super attack, I think, will be just a standard one. Obviously, this is colossal damage. And then if you get anything above 18 Ki, it's going to be an AOE, which clearly it should be because Final Atonement is an AOE attack. Well, it looks like the translation's Final Impact. I always call it Final Atonement because I'm pretty sure that's what it was called in Budokai 3, so that's what I'm going to continue to call it. But he will have, of course, an AoE for anything above 18 Ki. His links are Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan's Pride, the Saiyan Lineage, Over in a Flash, which is what we would expect given the, which is what we would suspect given the tech type one does have it, Limit Breaking, and then Legendary Power. So you might be saying to yourself, Nano, there is clearly a link missing there, and that is Fierce Battle. This unit is missing Fierce Battle. LR Gohan had it, but I don't think any of the normal LRs had it, which just some mutter over on Twitter and here on the subreddit. People were saying maybe he's a free-to-play unit. He's totally not going to be a free-to-play unit. He's totally going to be summonable, but just because of that leader skill and the passive being attack plus 150% up when launching a super attack, that's intense. So no, I believe he is going to be a summonable character. Unfortunately, he's going to be kind of buried down into a double rate banner. But still, kind of sucks he is missing Fierce Battle there, especially since he does require Dokkan Fest medals to Dokkan Awaken. Since the LR Gohan did. The LR Gohan required the Cell ones, so I'm not so sure about that. We'll come back. Let's talk about Majin Vegeta in just a second. Let's go ahead and talk about these other two cards that are also getting Dokkan Awakens. Clearly, Majin Vegeta is the star of the show today, but I did want to give these two a quick talk over. So the physical Super Saiyan Vegeta is getting one. Leader skill is HP, attack, and defense 50% up to AGL, intelligence, and phys types. Passive skills attack 40% down to attacked enemies. Super attack is Big Bang attack, which causes supreme damage and decreases defense. Links are Super Saiyan, Saiyan 1 race, Golden Warrior, the Saiyan lineage, prepared for battle, and limit breaking. Then the Great Saiyaman, the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, which... let's just be honest, I love that card, and that card was already a very good card, and now he's getting a Dokkan Awakening, which is pretty awesome as well. So the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman's leader skills, Ki +2, attack and defense 50% up to AGL and Phys types. Passive skill is 90% up at start of turn. Elite super attack is Kamehameha with supreme damage and attack rise for 3 turns. Links are Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, Hero of Justice, Prepare for Battle, Kamehameha, and Limit Breaking. So that dude right there is setting up for something salty once the Super 120 lead for Fizz is here. It's going to be awesome. Matter of fact, it wouldn't surprise me with this focus on physical units right now if that didn't happen very, very soon. So yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So now then, let's come back. Let's talk about the Majin Vegeta like I said I would. So right now for Nano. So my camera just shut off like mid-sentence there. So my bad for the quick cut there, guys. So what I wanted to talk about, though, was how that Majin Vegeta worked into my team and possibly worked into yours as well. So obviously, one of the biggest things for me right now is I'm liking extreme AGL units. And the thing about this guy is that you can actually run him as just a general leader. But let's talk about him on an extreme AGL team, and then we'll talk about him as a general leader in a moment as well. So here we go. I've got Super 17 as my leader. Obviously, I went ahead and pulled my phone out. So Super 17 as my leader. Then I have the LR androids and Rose. So those three are like the main staple units of a mono AGL extreme team, pretty much across the board. That's what you want. Well, now your fourth is definitely going to be running that Majin Vegeta, and then your fifth, as far as top tier, this is top tier goes, you would obviously run the Trench Coat 17. I don't have the Trench Coat 17, so for me right now, my mono extreme AGL team looks like this. Salza, of course, because I'm missing the World Tournament Cooler, the Trench Coat 17. Then I'm running the AGL Orb Changer 18. If you guys aren't familiar with her, she's the one that is similar to the physical 17 that changes orbs. Then I'm running Baby Janemba. So he actually came back. Baby Janemba made a comeback, if I can talk. Then Rose, then Super 17, and then LR Androids. So if I can pull this guy, by some miracle, I can actually pull him versus not being able to pull LR Gohan, right? Because I put a ton of stones to the LR Gohan banner and I never actually pulled him because this guy's going to have a 0.01% chance of being pulled. I'll be able to throw him onto a mono extreme AGL team, replace, for me right now, given I have no Trench Coat 17, I will replace the Salza, and we'll have a pretty solid extreme mono AGL team. The rotation would obviously go Rose and him, and then Super 17 and the LR androids. But as far as that also goes, you can run him and then use him as a plus 90% lead, kind of like you would with Gohan on a intelligence type team, and then actually run your Super 17, your SSJ4, your Rose. Let's see, would you run LR androids on that? You probably wouldn't. You'd probably run Super Vegeta, Super Vegeto, and I'm probably missing something else. But you'd be able to run a pretty awesome team with him as a plus 90% lead. The only thing here is someone else having him to run as a lead alongside yours. So right now you can pretty easily find a Super Android 17 to run, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas are just everywhere, like, right? Or at least for me, on my friends list and my guest list, they're everywhere. So that would probably run into a problem, kind of the same problem that a lot of LR Gohan people have, because while I have found a few, for the most part I don't ever see an LR Gohan on my friends list or anything like that. So those are the two things basically you're going to look at running this unit with, as well as best of luck to anyone who's trying to do summons on them and everything else. Guys, and the other thing too that I find weird about the Super Saiyan physical Vegeta getting a Dokkan Awaken is I'm not sure he has much of a place at the moment, right? I'm not sure he really has much of a place. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm ready to try him out. I'm ready to try the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman out as well as hopefully being able to pull Majin Vegeta. Again, like I said way back earlier in the video, it's always weird whenever you do cuts because you can't remember exactly what you said down to the T. So it's kind of a weird kind of thing. Anyways, is that I just can't believe that I made this video right now. LR Majin Vegeta is coming to Dokkan Battle, guys. Yes, yes, yes. If anything, leave a like on this video for the fact that that is actually happening. Even if you're not a Vegeta fan, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's just all rejoice for a moment that Majin Vegeta is getting an LR card and is coming to Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. It's freaking awesome. Guys, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that red subscribe button. If you did enjoy this video, consider that like button as well. Otherwise, guys, it's going to wrap up today's video. You guys have a great, great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix are signing off, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.